Hello, everyone. This is Denise Swafford, and welcome to the Denise Swafford Show, where I get the honor and privilege of interviewing some of the most amazing businesswomen who are doing some of the most totally awesome things. No, I have a very good friend of mine on today. I'm so excited for y'all to meet Hayley Gray. Hi, Hayley.
Hey, glad to be here.
Well, let me tell you, Hayley and I have been hanging out for a while, and I'm so glad she said yes to being on here. A little bit, right? She and I have worked together in the past. I followed her. I creeped her for a very long time before we officially met. And I'll tell you why in just a minute. But I'm going to tell you a little bit about her first of all. Hayley is the founder of Leadership Girl. And with the radical notion that women can harness their unique power and skills to become highly effective leader, she is also a best-selling author of the book Leadership Girl and Fearless Marketing, and a graduate of Duke School of Business with MBA with a concentration in entrepreneurship and innovation. Once you meet Hayley, that will make a whole lot more sense to you. She has tons and tons of experience with starting up successful small businesses, growing them, and selling them off. So, Hayley, now that I introduced you a little bit, tell us about you personally. Give us just a little bit about you personally.
I'm a mom to four, ranging in ages from 23 to 14. So I have kids that are not in school. I have two in college, and I have one still in high school. So it's exciting. And then I have my own petting zoo. Unlike
She really
you,
does.
I don't have cows, but we do have a horse, a rabbit, a turtle, some fish, a dog, and three cats. So we don't charge admission yet, but the thought has absolutely crossed my mind.
So y'all need to follow Hayley because you will see the petting zoo. Okay. I like the petting zoo a lot. I get really excited about the turtle, especially. So
He's over there taking a nap up under a heat lamp at the moment.
He has a really rough life, y'all. All these
It's a very rough life.
Really rough life. One of the most fascinating things to me about Hayley, and the things that I admire a lot, several things I admire about her. She and I have connected through marketing, and both of us own marketing firms, so we're working together. But how I found her is she has a group called the Women Entrepreneur Network, WIN for short, WEN. That is over, I want to say, it says 70,000, but I believe you're over 80,000 now. Is that right?
74.
74. Okay. I knew it was getting up there. So y'all, she has created this amazing group of women who come together. She is so consistent at showing up and bringing great content, does fun things, does fun interviews, brings you some real powerhouse women in this group. And for 74,000 women, and how long ago did you start this, Hayley?
6-ish years ago.
So she's the epitome of consistency, let me tell you. I love that about her. And that is one reason I started following her. And it's great. So y'all want to go over and you're going to want to follow her group WIN, Women Entrepreneur Network. You also do some other things. So tell us about your coaching consulting business.
So I do a small amount of coaching. I have a small group mastermind program that we do. And we meet and bring problems to the table. We problem solve on the spot. We provide accountability and really help people find solutions that work for them, for their marketing in their business. And it's real life stuff. It's not pie in the sky. It's attainable, it's doable, and it's very results and action oriented. So we get in there, we roll up our sleeves, and we get it done. And then on the other side, I do all the done for you marketing services. So all the stuff I'm telling my clients to do, we're doing for clients.
Which is why she's so great at giving advice. And so for those like me who don't want to do it, she's your girl, okay? Y'all, I did it forever and I don't want to do it. I want Hayley to do mine, okay? So tell us more about those done for you services. What do you offer, and who is it that you help?
We help small business owners. And part of the reason I say we help small business owners is that the foundations are fundamentally the foundations and the fundamentals in marketing. A website needs to be designed to convert, whether you are a business coach or you have an e-commerce store. A lot of the same fundamentals apply. The same fundamentals apply if you're an attorney or a CPA or most professional services. So it's really cool to be able to take fundamentals that apply to entrepreneurs and customize them based on the unique differences that a particular business has. So we do things, very custom per client, but we're also using a lot of the things that we know work day in, day out, and staying up with technology. Like whatever Facebook is currently up to or Google is currently up to are things that we are studying and staying on top of every single day.
So tell us what it looks like. Somebody comes in and they have a website. Tell us a little bit about your process so people kind of get an idea of what they can expect if they come work with you.
So the answer is that it's very custom. So we are figuring out exactly what services they might need and what services it makes sense to provide. And I'll give you an example. We have some clients who have huge reach on social media. They get tens of thousands of views per month on social media. They get as much traffic as they can stand in their store. They just want to sustain and maybe tweak their marketing just a little bit. In that case, we're actually not going to do any kind of paid ads. We're going to focus on organic traffic. We're going to focus on constantly improving their SEO on their website, making sure that we keep their Google My Business under wraps, that we're paying attention to the reviews, we're responding to reviews, we're doing all the things. And we're being really, really smart and really budget conscious with what we're doing. We're doing more work on social media because that's where they're getting their traffic from and focusing on driving that. So that's just one example. Or we have other clients that really generate most of their traffic from SEO, search engine optimization, Google searches. We're going to focus on search engine optimization for those clients. They may prefer to do their own social media. So we're working with them hand in hand to come up with a solution that works. And then we have some clients that just don't want to do any of it. Here, throw it over the wall. Y'all go do it.
Here, take it, please.
So we're dealing with the tech. We're setting up their email marketing. We're figuring out how to integrate payment portals into their website. We are figuring out search engine optimization. We're figuring out which platforms work best for their audience, for their ad campaigns, and then leveraging those. We're doing retargeting ads. We're doing social media management. We're paying attention to their Google My Business, and we're constantly analyzing their website to make sure that it's performing as intended and tweaking it when it doesn't.
Okay. So since I have a little background in digital marketing, I'm going to ask Hayley to pull out a few of these things because I think it's very important. I know from doing this myself over the years, there's some things that it's an educational thing, right? So what Hayley's going to do is not only just tell you what you need, but, kind of try to explain to you as best as she can why you need it and the details of what it's going to do for your business. And not because you need to know, but I know how she is. I know that's an important piece for her, for you to get why she is doing what she's doing. So when she shows you the results, it makes sense, right? So Hayley, talk to us about a website that doesn't work. Tell us, a lot of people build their own websites, which is great, especially when you're getting started. But what are some of those things that you do and that you see done or not done, basically, that are causing issues with those websites? And Now this make it a little technical, but stick with us because you need to know these things if you have a website. So Hayley, take it away.
Sure. So one of the first things I see on a website is you go on the website and you get a not secure error message. And Google says, hey, do you want to go back to safety? That's kind of one of the first things. That is what we call an SSL certificate. It's a security certificate that is issued by a third party saying that, yes, yea, verily, this is a legitimate website. That's frequently one of the first things that we fix. If a website does not have a current SSL certificate, it gets basically blacklisted by Google, and even Google Chrome will try to send people away from the website. That's probably one of the biggest problems that I see for people immediately. Another big problem that I see a lot is somebody may have a contact form on their site and they're getting dozens of emails a day that are spam connections. Bots trying to sell them Bitcoin, Viagra, bust enhancers, you name it, you're getting all the junk coming in through your forms on your website. It's actually pretty simple to solve. We use something called reCAPTCHA. It's easy. It literally takes me a few minutes once I can get into the website and analyze it, get it updated, to do that. And then we look at things that are more complex, like, is the website converting? How is the website designed? What do you want the website to actually do? And what do you want somebody to do when they land on your website? And one of the biggest mistakes I see there is that people will say, well, I want them to subscribe to my newsletter, and I want them to sign up for this free opt-in, and then I want them to do this, and I want them to do that, and I want them to do the other, and I see 5 calls to action on the front page. And what that does is it scares people away pretty fast. So we try to simplify the website to be one main call to action. Just as we do with a sales funnel build, everything has to drive a client to be a single call to action, which in a lot of cases is contact me. Fill out a form, email me, pick up the phone and call me. I don't care how you do it. Smoke signals work just fine. We'll be right there. So that is what we're looking at on a website, is making sure that it has the possibility to convert. If it's an e-commerce site, we're looking to make sure that it's easy for somebody to shop from the website. Do you have products on the front page of the website, or are you doing weird stuff with the site? Do you have, shop now buttons, buy now? Are you encouraging people to buy throughout the entire process? And do people know what you sell and how they're going to get it? So we try to really be super simple. And simple is actually one of the hardest things to do in business and in marketing, because we really try to overcomplicate things.
We do. Agreed. Agreed. So I'm going to ask one more question along the marketing line, and then we're going to talk about something you have coming up. So talk to us about social media. Tell someone, because, social media becomes this animal that eats you. I know you and I think the same thing about that, but there are some very easy, I would say easy, there's some very practical things you can do to really run your social media well, or what you would want to see from someone who wanted you to run their social media. I know that's kind of a 2-part question, but I'm going to let you handle that.
Yeah. So one of the things that people don't know about social media in particular is that they can schedule their posts using a post scheduler. Consistency wins out almost any day of the week over perfection. Done is better than perfect. It almost doesn't matter what you put up within reason, as long as you are being consistent. So one of the things that I tell people all day long is I need you to batch your content and get it scheduled. Because if there is nothing going on your social media, there's nothing going on your social media. And you can think that you're going to be amazing and wake up every single day of the week and come up with something new to post. And the reality is, ain't nobody got time for that. My social media appears to be extremely consistent, not because I am actually consistent. In fact, I am far from it. The only thing I'm consistent at is being not consistent.
Actually, you're really consistent at going live. And that is the one thing you cannot schedule.
That is one thing you cannot schedule. And I have that live slot scheduled around when my family's biorhythms are, so that they tend to be mostly quiet. I started it before when they were younger, and I've kept it up for a long time. And I do go live several nights a week at the same time, because it's easier to be consistent at the same time, same place, same bat channel every single week, rather than trying to miraculously come up with random time slots.
So I'm going to ask you about that, because, we know the things that we know about social media, and okay, well, my viewers show up between 4 and 7 but you don't show up at the typical time, which is one of the things that I caught on to you when I first started following you. I was like, she shows up at 10 o'clock every night, or the night you're alive at 10 o'clock. Tell us why that works.
Because it's when my kids are in bed, or it used to be when my kids were in bed after I was done with driving, driving them around and being taxi cab mom. And as they got older, it was a good time because it was after dinner. It was after most of my regular evening calls, most of my client calls. It's when I can call a break in my evening and actually do it. It's just really convenient for my schedule and has absolutely nothing to do with it being convenient for my viewers whatsoever. I'm so sorry.
But you have 74,000 followers, so it works. That's what I want people to hear here, is that this works because she does it consistently. Even though it might not be, this is the prime times for Facebook to go live, she does it consistently. And another thing, I think Hayley, I can let her speak to this as well, is it's not about necessarily how many show up when you are live.
That is correct.
So how many, how many viewers do you have live on a typical video versus how many watch it later? Can you give us a percentage?
So it usually will get seen by I don't know, maybe 100 to 200 at the time. So it'll be like 8 to 10 at a time, maybe live. And then over the period of 24 hours, it gets seen by several hundred to 1,000, maybe. If I get something extra controversial, it might be 1,000, but that's times, 5 nights a week, 52 weeks a year. So it's just that it's not that any single video gets huge numbers of views, although some of them obviously get more than others. It's that I get a lot of views over time just because of the fact that I was being consistent. It's that tortoise and the hare problem.
Gotcha. Tell us, how do you decide what to go live on? Because do you have a content calendar? Do you plan it out? Do you go off the fly? This is what someone asked me today, and I've heard this asked several times over the week. Tell us how you decide what to go live on, because I know for me personally, this was a stumbling block. Like, I felt like in the beginning, I needed to sit down, I need to plan this out, and then I would plan it out a month ahead of time, and then I would be like, I don't even know if I need to talk about that. So how do you do that, Hayley?
I fly by the seat of my pants.
I love it. I knew that was the answer, and that's why I asked.
I do. It depends on what people are having problems with that day, what questions people are asking me, what I'm seeing going on in my group. Yeah, I mean, I really do fly by the seat of my pants.
I love it. I love it. So Hayley and I talked earlier that she and I used to be in the digital marketing space. I'm not anymore. Let's be very clear on that. You could call Hayley. I'm more in the PR space. So there's a lot of things that I think you'll see in the future with Hayley and I coming out of how those two work together.
Mhm.
I'm really excited for those opportunities. But I want to talk to you about something she has coming up because I have been a part. So you have an online summit coming up, and I have gotten to be a part of and attend those in the past. And they are phenomenal. They are the best online summit that I've been to. The interaction is amazing. When you have 74,000 followers, guess what happens? People show up. It's not a few people. So Hayley, tell us about the summit that you have coming up. It's in September, right? September 23rd to the 25th.
It is September 23rd to the 25th. It's One Summit, WEN Summit. The theme for this one is social selling. So using social media to sell. And it's really amazingly complementary to everything you do. And it's leveraging that platform, creating that online platform, getting that visibility and that network going so that you can actually sell your products and services. And it's actually really kind of funny because it's absolutely nothing that Denise does, but is completely complementary to it. It's really that building that platform and those numbers, which I'll give you a hint, when you have those platforms and those numbers, it will actually get you more PR opportunities. So they feed each other. It's amazing how it works.
Yeah. Yes, and yes. Okay. How do they, I know we're going to have links in up, down, somewhere, ladies, there, wherever you're watching. Yeah. That whole thing. Is there a cost for the summit? How do they register? All that good stuff. Tell us the details.
It is $1 to register for general admission. We have a $47 VIP upgrade, which gives you some extra sessions and all of the recordings. And it is wensummit.com is the website.
Okay, so there's a piece in here that I so enjoyed last time. So that y'all know that I'm the connector, right? I like to meet the people. I'm a peopler. Mm-hmm. So you have some things, some breakout, I don't know exactly what you're calling the rapid network circles and breakouts. So I want you to tell us about some of the features inside of the summit so that ladies can really get a feel for what they're going to experience.
Right. So we do a range of different activities. So the first thing I want to set everybody's mind at ease is this one of those events that turns into a high pressure pitch fest event? And the answer would be no.
I can tell you that from attending the ones in the past.
The answer would be no. If you want to buy something, you're absolutely welcome to, but that's not the purpose. This is a passion project. So we have meditations, we have amazing activities, we bring in experts in their fields and speakers. It goes from 12 p.m. Eastern to 5 p.m. Eastern each day for the 3 days. And during that time, our speakers speak. We have breakouts where we actually encourage the people that are present to network and connect with each other. And we have separate break times. So, we have separate 5 and 10 minute breaks where people can go to the bathroom and go take bio breaks. We have these actual networking, connecting with vendors, connecting with sponsors, connecting with each other, building relationships. I would say probably one of the biggest pieces of value in this is the connections and the relationships that come out of these summits, and the business opportunities that are generated as a result of these connections are absolutely out of this world.
I agree. Like I said, I've gotten to attend these in the past. They're amazing. You will not be disappointed that you attended. And they're fun as well. So it's not just sitting and listening. You really get to connect with people, which is, the ultimate thing, right? You get to meet the speaker, you get to connect with the speaker, but you also could connect with those others in the audience. So I think that it's just a win-win. And then, so tell us about these vendors, because I've been a vendor before, but I'm gonna let you tell them how that works, because that was new to me when I was a vendor. So I'll let you explain it.
So the way that we're doing vendors this time is part of the breakouts. So we're putting people together with each other to discuss business and talk about business together. So we're giving the vendors that opportunity to have face-to-face time and dedicated booth time with potential customers during the event itself. It's becoming a structured part of the event with the scavenger hunt included. So you have to talk to the vendors to get your stamps and get your keywords. And then there will be a couple of really cool prizes at the end. But what we're trying to do is encourage people to really, really talk to our vendors and sponsors and get to know them, because chances are they are amazing entrepreneurs and women just like you, who are phenomenal connections.
Wow. I didn't know about the scavenger hunt. That's pretty impressive. I'm excited about that. Definitely going to be there. Definitely going to get the VIP. So I'm excited because now how often do you're going to do this one? Then you'll do another one when?
2 more. I do twice a year.
Twice a year.
So the next one, I don't remember the dates. I have one, I believe, in May and one in September of next year.
Okay. I'm just telling y'all, if you probably have not attended anything online like this. I've been to several online summits, and this one really stuck with me because it's just different and it's just more authentic. So make sure you go to winsummit.com and get registered for that. You will not want to miss it. Hayley, will there be a replay of the summit?
So if you get the VIP ticket, you get the replays.
Even better. There you go. That's why you need the VIP. So
yep, you get all the ticket. You get all of the replays.
Anything else that you want to share with the audience, Hayley, before we wrap it up?
I just want to say thank you for listening and thank you for inviting me. This has been a joy and a pleasure and an honor to be here.
Thank you, Hayley Gray. You all check out Hayley. I'm going to have her links everywhere. And make sure that you get registered for the Win Summit, because I promise you want to see what's going on and meet those women over there. So that is all we have for today's show. Thank you, Hayley. Thank you, everyone. We will see you back here the next scheduled time, whenever that is. Have an abundantly blessed day. Mwah!